Hello everyone. So in this video, we will see November 3rd week 2024 current affairs. Okay. So one of the most important issue in this particular month is about internal reservations. One of the most crucial topic in recent days and a mandatory question when it comes to paper 1, Indian society as well. It can be paper 2, social justice as well, polity as well, right? So this particular thing is extremely important for us. So let us say, what exactly do you understand by internal reservations? Now, let me take a case, okay? Let us consider a state. Now, in a state, first important aspect, who is an ST or who is an SC? Especially if you take who is an ST, it is being given by the president. President will decide who exactly is ST, and ST is limited to a particular state, guys. Okay, ST is limited to a particular state. The meaning of this, if there is an ST in one state, he cannot be ST in another state. Okay, so ST is limited to a state. For example, if there is a Gond community in Odisha, okay, and in Odisha, if Gond community is an ST, they might not be an ST in Kerala. Okay, in Kerala or Karnataka, they might not be an ST. So this is the basic thing I want you to know. The second important thing, let us say in a state for ST community, I have given 22% reservation. 22% reservation is given to a ST community. Now, within my state, there are 4 ST communities. I have 4 ST communities. Okay, and if I take the total number of, okay, total ST people to be 100%. I'm considering only ST people, and if I consider them to be 100%, that means let us say the total population is 5 lakh people. Okay, 5 lakh people are there, and 5 lakh people I consider it as 100%. And for these 5 lakh people, I have given a reservation of 22%. Okay, now what happened? Let us take A is the most dominant community with 40% population. B is having 25%. Okay, and C is 15%. D is 20%. Okay, now together 40, 60, 100, 100%. For all this community, 22% is the reservation that I have given. Now, let us say there is an exam. Okay, there is an exam. And in the exam, for ST community, 100 seats are reserved. For ST community, how many seats are reserved? 100 seats are reserved. Now, What is the case? Let's say exam occurred. Okay, exam occurred. How many seats are there? 100 seats are there. Now, among the four, okay, among the four, let me tell this community is well educated. Let us say they are very well educated. Right from the beginning, they were very well educated. Now, what happened? Out of 100 seats in an exam, 80 seats reserved, like, for STs went to B community. Okay, for B community only 80 seats went. Now, this community got 5 seats. This community got 15 seats. This community got 0 seats. Okay. Now, please understand this. For all the communities together, I have given 22% reservation, which means 100 seats must go for all the communities. But the well-educated community or the well-dominant community is taking 80 seats, whereas this community is having nothing, and they would remain backward. They would remain backward. Okay, and this is a majority community, but they are getting very less. This has only 15%, but they're getting 15 seats. Right? So, there is inequality. There is inequality. So, earlier, Supreme Court, okay, in 2004, in a case, I want you to note this case, E.V. Chinnaya case. E.V. Chinnaya versus state of Andhra Pradesh. In this, Andhra Pradesh also wanted to divide reservation within reservation. That is, internal reservation they wanted to provide. So at that time, Supreme Court had told that ST, okay, ST itself is a single community. ST itself is a single community. You cannot, no differentiation within STs is permitted. This was the thought process. Now Supreme Court is telling that no. Supreme Court is telling that ST and SC, there are subdivisions. Okay, the first major thing that you have to write in your answer is about this case, E.V. Chinnaya versus state of Andhra Pradesh, where it was said that it is a single community. Now they are saying that subdivisions or subclassification is there within SC status. Okay, there is subclassification within ST and within SC. And Supreme Court has also agreed upon one more thing. What is it? Supreme Court is trying to say that not all communities, okay, these are the points that must be there in your answer. Not all communities are equally benefited. Not all communities are equally benefited. Okay, and whenever there is no such benefit, we have a principle which says equals should be treated equally. Correct. So, in EV Chennaya versus state of Andhra Pradesh, when you say ST is a single community, that means they are all equal. When they are all equal, you should treat them equally. But now you are trying to say that they are unequal. Not everyone is equal. Unequal should be treated unequally. Please understand a very basic aspect in your understanding. I want you to know, in any polity question, society question, social justice question, basically you need to bring articles. Articles are important. Cases are also very, very important. Article, cases, examples, okay, examples, case studies, if you write, you will get more marks. Okay, so this is mandatory for you. So this is what Supreme Court is talking. Now, let me tell you how it works. You see, let's go back to our basic fundamental thing. What was there? Now, if you have 100 seats, internal reservation basically means A has 40%. So I will give 40 seats to A. Within the reservation, I will give, okay, from A, 40 seats must be filled by A community only. Within B, 25 seats will be given to B. 15 seats will be given to C. 20 seats will be given to D. Total 100. 100 will be divided in this particular form. So, 40 seats will be filled by people from community A. 25 should be filled with people from community B. Like this, you need to demarcate. So, first, identify how many people are there in every state. Here, I want you to know few facts. What are the facts? First thing, who will decide? Who will decide on the percentage? Okay, remember, this cannot be done by central government. This should be done by state governments. It is the responsibility of the state governments to give different percentage to different communities. Okay, and state government cannot do it randomly. Okay, it cannot do it randomly. It should be on the basis of empirical data. Okay, it should be on the basis of empirical data or historical data. That means we should try to determine historical backwardness. We should tell this community is not benefited historically. So I am going to give them major share. So it should be purely on the basis of the data or historical backwardness. What is historical backwardness? Historical backwardness means I will try to check, see, this D community is not benefited at all. So I should give more number of seats to D. So like this, when we talk about a particular community, that is this particular aspect. Then once you decide on this, 100% should not be given. Okay, 100% should not be given to any community. See guys, due to political reasons, you cannot give 100% to any community. This is a very, very important aspect. Okay, political reasons, you should not give anything. And court also says that If any person or family, if any person or family has benefited from the reservation, please see here, if you have already got the benefit, has benefited from the reservation, then next generation should not be given any reservation benefits. Here, I would like to give you an example of Tina Dabi. Okay. So, Tina Dabi also belongs to SC community, and her father and mother both had certain benefits being in the community. Now, after her parents, fine, so she got benefited. Later, her sister also got benefited in reservation. Tina Dabi prelims qualification was purely on the basis of the community. Okay, if she was not taking reservation, then she wouldn't have cleared prelims. Mains, she performed extraordinarily well. She was highly talented and she got highest marks. But when it comes to prelims, she actually used reservation. She just got 1 mark more than the SC cutoff in that particular time period. I will give you a case of Devayani Kobragada as well. Devayani Kobragada. Now, she was working in embassy. And what she did, all facilities were given by government, but she took a maid from India. Okay? She took a maid from India and the maid was underpaid. Like they gave very less money to her. And once the maid went to US, the maid complained. And they wanted to arrest Devayani Kobragada. At this point of time, it became an issue between India and US. When the issue increased, in the court, the lawyer who was against Devayani, he told that Devayani is always misusing the law. She, being a diplomat, she misused and brought a maid and underpaid her. Same way, if you look at her, she belongs to a community where reservation is provided. Her parents took reservation and they were in power. They were already rich. And she also cleared the exam under reservation. So, if you see, she is misusing the law throughout. But US people don't know that in India, that is permitted. But what I'm trying to tell, here Supreme Court is trying to say that reservation must be provided only to one member of the family, or if any member has benefited and if they have reached highest positions, then the next generations cannot use reservation. So what will happen? You see, there are 1 lakh families. Okay, there are 1 lakh families. Out of this 1 lakh families, 2,000 families got civil services. Okay, civil services. Now, this 2,000 families will be benefited if they keep on taking reservation. This 2,000 families keep on benefiting, whereas the remaining 98,000 families will not have any benefit. Any benefit. Because once if my father is an IAS officer, he will definitely send me to good institutions, good colleges. Then obviously there will be growth in me, whereas others will not have that growth. So this is the fundamental thing that they wanted to ensure. Okay, so I'm giving you examples to write in answers. Okay, so this is the sub-classification, and Supreme Court says that any new classification, okay, if at all any new classification is done, that classification should be sent for judicial review. Okay, that means there must be judicial review on this particular case. You cannot say that, like, I will do whatever I want. Second, you might have heard of this creamy layer concept. What is creamy layer? So for OBCs, if at all they earn more than 8 lakhs, right, then they will be considered as creamy layer. Now, this creamy layer concept should be there for SC/STs as well. Okay, creamy layer concept should be introduced for SC/STs as well. Okay, this is extremely important for our work. Second issue that we need to focus is about Supreme Court judgment, guys. Again, with respect to complete justice. Complete justice under Article 142. Okay? Under Article 142, they're talking about complete justice. This is one of the special powers of Supreme Court, where in the name of complete justice, under Article 142, any law can be rectified. Any law can be rectified. What happened? There was a student by name Atul. Okay. There was a student by name Atul. Unfortunately, he had performed extremely well, but he was unable to pay some 17,500 rupees at a time. And if he doesn't pay, he will lose the seat. So Supreme Court said that he has performed well. He will pay the money, but he will pay slowly. So you should try to give him some sort of lenience compared to others. Hasn't he performed well? He has performed well, but he has monetary issue. So remember this clearly, even for ethics, it will be important. See, law is not available. Law is not available all the time and in all the circumstances. Please understand, all the time and in all the circumstances, law will not be available. Okay. When new circumstances come, when new circumstances arise, and when law is not there, Under Article 142, Supreme Court can provide justice. See the beauty of our country, where whenever gaps are there, right? Whenever gaps are there, let us say new problem came, and for the new problem, law is not there. At that point of time, Supreme Court can give justice to us by interpreting it in a broader way. Okay, Article 142 gives the right to Supreme Court to interpret an issue, interpret an article in a broader sense, so that justice is provided. So the ultimate responsibility of Supreme Court is to provide justice, and Supreme Court is trying to provide justice through this. It's a very good provision where Supreme Court has used multiple times. But the problem with this provision is Supreme Court may also misuse it by going for judicial outreach. Sometimes judiciary may make it a habit to interfere. Okay, what is judicial outreach? They may go for interference in executive work, or in legislature work. I'll give an example. Now, there was a report which said that Indian government is wasting 50,000 crore worth food grains. Okay, so if you take wheat, rice and all, it is actually present in open godowns. FCI, Food Corporation of India, do not have proper storage facilities. In most parts of the country, open ground will be there. In the open ground, they keep stacks of rice. Now, rodents will come and eat. Now, when they calculated, it came down to 50,000 crores. This much is wasted in the country. Now, when the case went to Supreme Court, and when people questioned, Supreme Court, suo moto, took the case and told the government, you are wasting this much food grains, so immediately you should start giving it to poor people. Supreme Court only made a law and told you should give it to poor people. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister of the country at that time. Manmohan Singh wrote a letter to judiciary and told how to distribute food grains is under executive, is under legislature. We will decide whom to give, when to give. That is not the responsibility of the Supreme Court. This is judicial activism. Okay, this is also called judicial activism, and this should be avoided. So, I'm telling you, you have a separate, what do you call it as each department, executive, legislature, and judiciary should maintain proper checks and balances. So, Article 142 is permitted when there is void. So, when law is not there, at that time, Article 142 can be used. But when law is there and when time is there, okay, when time is there, it can tell government, please look into the matter. But it cannot say that I will make the law. For example, when it comes to LGBT community, when it comes to many issues, court cannot tell I will make the law. It can direct the government, please make the law. So please understand, wherever enough time is there, in that particular situation, the behavior of the courts must be different. This is what it is actually putting some restrictions upon. Fine, guys. 74th Constitutional Amendment Act is mostly upon, okay, 74th Constitutional Amendment Act is mostly upon municipalities. Fine. Now, when I look at this municipalities, CAG has given an auditing report where CAG is trying to say how has this municipalities performed, and CAG is trying to tell us a very basic point here, that is all the, like, or what do you say, most of the sectors are not given to municipalities. That means municipalities is not empowered completely. For example, they tell fire services. Now Los Angeles issue is going on, so you must be aware. Fire services is still under state government. Urban planning is still under state government. Actually, these are given to municipalities, but it is still under their control. And money-wise as well, urban local bodies, ULBs, are dependent on state and central government. Okay, so there is no financial independence to the municipalities. Okay, and all sectors are not devolved. That means everything is not given to the states. So these are very, very important aspects. Okay, so the report is trying to tell us that not everything is given to the municipalities, and, like, when they did the research, only 6 out of 14 municipalities have given like 50% reservation for women. Even reservation to women is not given by all the municipalities, all the states. So this year it's very, very important. So please have a look at this. Okay, reports, whenever they come, it becomes important for us. Guys, in the previous class, I was talking to you about census, right? So now we are trying to say that delimitation will be done after 2026 census. Okay, once we get census data, based on the census data, we are going for delimitation. Yes, for many freshers, they do not know the concept of delimitation itself. Let me explain this delimitation properly. Now, in the beginning, guys, that means in 1950s, Parliament had decided that, let us say, I'm just giving you some numbers, 1 crore people, okay, 1 crore people, or not 1 crore, 25 lakh people, for every 25 lakh people, there will be one member of parliament. Okay? Member of parliament, especially when it comes to Lok Sabha. This was fixed. Okay? This was fixed. Now let me tell, according to 1951 census, what they did, 25 lakh people are there. Okay? For 25 lakh, one MP was given. Now, let me tell you that I have 30 crore people. Okay? For convenience, I'll make this 10 lakhs. For you also, it will be convenient. There are 30 crore people. So, I told 300 MPs will be there. Okay? According to 1951 census, 330 crore people are there in India. So, there will be 300 MPs. And 1961 census, I got 45 crore people. So, I made 450 MPs. Because for every 10 lakhs, I should keep on adding one MP. 1971 census, I got 54 crore people. So, I made 545 MPs. Can you see, as population keeps on increasing, number of MPs kept on increasing. And please understand, out of this 545 MPs, I will divide on the basis of the states. Okay. For example, Uttar Pradesh, I will give 80 seats. Because you had 8 crore people. 80 seats was given to Uttar Pradesh. Bihar, I gave 42 seats. Out of 545, based on the population. Karnataka, I gave 28 seats. Andhra Pradesh, at that time, I gave 42 seats. Okay. Tamil Nadu, I gave 40 seats. Like this, I gave seats to all. But now what happened? If population keeps on increasing, number of seats keeps on increasing. Correct? Now what I did, I freezed it. I freezed two things. What is freezing? I'm fixing it. What am I fixing? I am fixing number of MPs. Number of MPs I fixed to 545. So this 545 will not change. Remember, this 545 will not change. And I freezed number of seats per state also. I freezed UP to 80, 42, 28, 42, 40. This is fixed. This will not change again. Are you getting the point? This will not change again. So, I freezed two things. One, total number of MPs I freezed. It was increasing. Now, if I go by the same logic, today I have 100 crore plus. Correct? Then I should have 1000 MPs. So to avoid it, what I did, I freeze this. And I freeze this. And then I removed this. This I removed. Fine? This I removed. This I freezed. Now let me say Karnataka how many seats I have given? 28 seats. Okay, and what was the population of Karnataka? 2.8 crore. Uttar Pradesh, how many seats I have given? 80 seats. At that time, how much was the population? Let me say 8 crore. Okay, now just imagine if UP population is 16, Karnataka population is 5 crore. In Karnataka, how many crore population is added? 2.2 crore. In Uttar Pradesh, how many crore population is added? 8 crores. Right? So, now for 5 crore people, 5 crore people divided by 28 seats. 5 crore divided by 28. 16 crore divided by 8. Earlier, 1 MP was equal to 10 lakhs. Now, Karnataka MP is equal to total population of Karnataka divided by 28. What is fixed? 28 is freezed. Now, what will keep on changing? This keeps changing. Okay, guys? This keeps changing. Now, what I'll do, let us take Karnataka as a state. Okay? Now, in Karnataka, Bangalore has more population. Bangalore has more population. Now, you see here, let us say this value for Karnataka is X. This value for Karnataka is X. Or in other words, if I take this is, let me put a value to this, 25 lakhs. For every 25 lakhs, in Karnataka, there will be one MP. Okay. Now come to this. For every 25 lakhs, you will have one MP. Now, Bangalore has 1.25. Let me assume. Okay. So, Bangalore will get 5 MPs. Mysore may get 2 MPs. Another area may get 1 MP. Like this, I will divide. Okay? And everywhere 1 MP is equal to how much? 25 lakhs. 1 MP is equal to 25 lakhs. Here you see how I'll divide. 1 MP, 1 MP. Bangalore, I will divide like this. 1 MP, 1 MP, 1 MP, 1 MP, 1 MP. Can you see? Everywhere, how much? Okay, now, how much in total? In total, I have 28 MPs. This is there. After 20 years, let us say after another 20 years, Bangalore population increased, where Bangalore alone I am giving 10 MPs. Mysore I gave 3 MPs. Other areas it reduced. So again, I will demark it. What is it? Everywhere 1 MP. 1 MP. Can you see? I keep on changing the borders. So once I fix that for Karnataka, I should give 28 MPs. Now in one district, population increased. Another district, population decreased. Then I need to change the border. I need to change the people. Changing, what am I changing? Changing constituency. Yes, constituency is the area. Okay, changing the area as per population. Okay, but what will not change? 28 number won't change. Now, this was fixed. This was freezed. Okay, this was freezed till 2026. Okay, after 2026, all this will change. Okay, after 2026, there will be change in this number. There will be change in all these numbers. That is the fear. What is the fear? South Indian states population is less, North Indian states population is more. And if that happens, the total number of seats may increase. And that is the fear. Let us see. There are some images being given by the people with respect to this. You see this? In Uttar Pradesh, current is 80. It will become 143. West Bengal, now it is 42. It will increase to 73. Okay. Telangana, now it is 17. It will become 28. So, Karnataka, now it is 28. It will become 49. There will be increase in all. But you see, Uttar Pradesh will have 63 seats more. Karnataka will have, just 21 seats more. Tamil Nadu will have just 19 seats more. Gujarat will have just 18 seats more. Are you getting the point? So this is what they're trying to tell, that just imagine if Karnataka had increased its population, like anything, then what would have happened? Karnataka might have got more seats, and that would become a deciding factor. So that is the fight going on, but I hope you got the meaning of this delimitation, right? Because many students keep on asking me, sir, what exactly do we understand by delimitation and all? If you want further details, you just let me know. I'll explain in greater detail because I thought you people have some clarity on this issue. Okay. Now, minority status. Minority status to AMU. Aligarh Muslim University. They are talking about the minority status. See guys. Now what happened? If any university is having minority status, then it will have the power to manage, and it can also go for 50% reservation for its community. For its community. So what happened? In Aligarh Muslim University, actually management is not completely under, it's not completely under Muslims. First point. Second, Aligarh Muslim University is funded by state government. Okay. So, state government is telling that as we are funding, it is a secular institution and you cannot give reservation for 50%. Whereas, Aligarh Muslim University said that we are a minority institution and under the minority rights in our constitution, we can give reservation to 50%. And whenever you give reservation to 50% of the people, let's say for Muslims you are giving 50%, and after that if you give for SC, STs as well. So if you give reservation to SC, ST and Muslims, obviously the value will be greater than 50%. And Supreme Court judgment is that no reservation should be beyond 50% for anyone, correct? This is the basic point which Supreme Court will tell. Now, the moment any institution is a minority, okay, if you have minority status, then no need of reservation, to SCs and STs. There is no need of reservation that you must provide for SCs and STs. This is the fundamental thing. Okay, you need not give reservation to SCs and STs. So, Aligarh Muslim University said that we will give this. But Allahabad High Court said this is not valid because it is not completely under Muslims and it is funded by the state government. Now, Supreme Court told that no, Aligarh Muslim University is a minority institution. And when do you call an institution to be minority institution? Remember, whenever an institution is set up, to provide education for the minorities, then it becomes a minority institution. Aligarh Muslim University was also set up to uphold the education status of Muslims. That's why it is a minority institution and state cannot differentiate in funding to this institution. This is what they're talking about. Okay? And it is responsibility of the institution to prove that the institution was set up to provide education to the minority. That is the judgment, is nothing much, but articles are very, very important for you, right? Article 31, 32 and 15.5. You see, Article 31, 32 and 15.5. All the three are very, very essential for you. Now, another important issue is basic structure of the Constitution. The moment basic structure of the Constitution comes into picture, we all try to recollect Keshavananda Bharati case, right? Keshavananda Bharati case. And then Raj Narain case. And Raj Narain case is the point in 1975 where Indira Gandhi led to emergency, introducing emergency. She also introduced an amendment where she said that whatever constitutional amendment is being made, that must be followed upon. Now, recently, Supreme Court has told a basic thing here. I want you to know, Uttar Pradesh government has brought an issue about monitoring of madrasas. Monitoring of madrasas or management of madrasas. And Allahabad High Court actually told, if we consider the term secularism, then this law is invalid. So, in the name of secularism, this is wrong. Who told? Supreme Court told. Now, sorry, Allahabad High Court told, in the name of secularism, this is invalid. Now the problem is, Supreme Court said that within Constitution, okay, Supreme Court said, within Constitution, there are few vague terms, okay? There are few vague terms. What are the vague terms? Like, secularism, socialism, liberalism, democracy. These are all vague terms. On the basis of these vague terms, we cannot, say a law is invalid. We cannot say that the law is invalid. If we say law is invalid on the basis of these, because this itself is not clear, then it leads to unnecessary confusion. So, basic structure of the Constitution is important, but just on the basis of these words, you cannot say that the law is invalid. That is absolutely wrong. Okay? And it is trying to differentiate between ordinary law and a constitutional law as well. Remember, 24th constitutional amendment tries to say that you are going to remove, like, you can make any law and take away fundamental right, but later it was removed. So don't worry about that. Just know the amendments once. 24th, 25th, you see. Now, guys, for multiple reasons, tribes are in news. Janjatiya Gaurav Divas is celebrated on November 15th from now on. Okay? Every year on November 15th, there will be Janjatiya Gaurav Divas. It is tribal communities. Okay? It is in memory of tribal communities contribution to freedom struggles. Tribal communities contribution to freedom struggle. Especially I'm talking about Bhagwan Birsa Munda and his contribution to freedom struggles. Okay? Birsa Munda, he actually created Birsait. Okay? Birsait is a sect, faith created by Birsa Munda. Very, very important. And 75 years of India's independence, so it's very important. And it is 150th birth anniversary of the guy. 150th birth anniversary. Remember, high possibility you will get this particular things. A special event was held, factual data for other exams was held at Jashpur, Chhattisgarh. Jashpur, Chhattisgarh. Fine. Next, guys, recently Russia has a or has changed nuclear doctrines. Okay, Russia has changed nuclear doctrine. Remember, under Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, NPT, the countries are divided into nuclear weapon states, non-nuclear weapon states. Okay? They are divided into what? Nuclear weapon states and non-nuclear weapon states. When I say nuclear weapon states, they are your P5 countries. You have US, Russia, China, UK, and France. And all others come under non-nuclear weapon states. India got nuclear weapons outside. India is not part of NPT. Okay, India is not part of NPT. Now, according to this, nuclear weapon states should adopt a policy of no use of nuclear weapons against non-nuclear weapon states. Okay, according to this, Russia has clearly told that Russia will not attack any country which had non-nuclear weapon states. Okay, any country which is non-nuclear weapon state, Russia will not attack. But now Russia is telling that, okay, please see the term, Ukraine is non-nuclear weapon state. But if Ukraine, with the help of nuclear weapon state, what is the nuclear weapon state which helps Ukraine? US, UK, France. Okay. If any three countries support Ukraine, and if Ukraine attacks Russia, okay, if any country with the help of nuclear weapon states attack Russia, then Russia will consider, okay, Russia will consider the attack as nuclear weapons attack, and Russia will use nuclear weapons. Okay, earlier what was Russia telling? There is, if at all there is non-nuclear weapon state, I will not use nuclear weapons. But now Russia is telling, if any non-nuclear weapon state along with other nuclear weapon state attack me, then that attack will be considered as nuclear attack and I will attack them. Okay, this is where they are talking about, and Russia has already brought all the nuclear weapons at the forefront to fight. That's where it has become a very significant issue. This the last issue is about turmeric cuts. It is normally observed that lead contamination has increased, like in samples coming from Patna, samples coming from Peshawar, Pakistan and all. Okay, and this has become a big cause of concern. Okay, so under environment and ecology, lead contamination has increased in terms. This, if you know, that's more than fine. So because these are some of the important issues, and guys, the PDF for this is available in Sandeep Mahajan Academy app or Sandeep Mahajan Sir Telegram channel. Please subscribe to this channel because a lot of information is provided to you on this particular channel. And in app, the video is available, and also materials are also available. There are 2 apps, and if you check, Apex will have this. The links are given in the video below. Thank you.